Hello there everyone, Burn-A-Briar here. I hope you've all been doing very well. Things with me have been very busy at university, but I found the time to do a video. I'll start with some housekeeping. I'm smoking my Peterson Iran, and in it I'm smoking some Buckingham by Rattray. And I'm enjoying it. This video is about another tobacco blend, however, for the most part, and that is Peterson's Gold Blend. Now, Gold Blend and I go back quite far in terms of my pipe smoking years. It was the first tobacco I ever bought where I felt I wanted to buy another tin once I'd smoked it all up. And I started smoking a pipe at the end of 2012, so I'd have discovered Gold Blend by early 2013 probably. It's an aromatic pipe tobacco. The tin description says, jet black Cavendish, bright and dark Virginias and fragrant Burley combine in this delicate and mellow tobacco. The added flavours in the aromatic are hickory nut, vanilla and cinnamon. Now, as I said, it was one of the earlier tobaccos I discovered, and I suppose the first tobacco to make it into my rotation. What set Gold Blend apart from other aromatics, and indeed most of the Peterson line, was that there was a real quality to the tobaccos used. You weren't purely tasting the additives and the added flavours. There was a very bold back note of tobacco which made the Peterson aromatics very enjoyable, I think, even to somebody who wouldn't appreciate aromatic pipe tobacco. And Gold Blend happened to be my favourite of those I tried. When I started smoking that blend, it was manufactured by Colhazen Cop, I think that's right, and they blended the Peterson tobaccos. And even after I moved on from aromatics and started discovering Virginia-based tobaccos and tobaccos with Latakia, I'd often have a tin of Gold Blend on the go, because despite my tastes changing, I enjoyed it. It had a very distinct room note, yeah, and a very distinct tin note. I found there was a sort of raisins and fruit and a back note of vanilla going on. And then one day, I don't really know when, I got a tin, and it was there. I mean, it was Gold Blend, but it wasn't quite Gold Blend, you know, not the blend that I'd been smoking and enjoying, well, for by that point years. And I couldn't work it out. I couldn't work out what was quite not right. Perhaps it were the I hear that tobacco leaves, 1 year may harvest one crop of tobacco, the next year the tobacco will vary. I mean, it is a natural biological plant. I considered that it might have been that. I considered that I might have just grown out of it a little bit, moved on. By this point, aromatics were not my go-to tobacco. I was enjoying other blends by other makers, and I considered that perhaps that was it. And then browsing online, like a lot of us do, reading tobaccoreviews.com and things like that, I discovered a tobacco by Rat Race. You can probably see where this is going. And it was an aromatic, and it was flavoured with hickory nut, vanilla and cinnamon, just like Gold Blend. And I thought, whoa, that's strange. I mean, I'd never ever heard of another pipe tobacco combining those exact 3 flavours in an aromatic. So I'll admit I was a little bit shocked, and a bit intrigued. So that got me reading a few online articles, and it turns out Cool Haze and Cop were no longer making the Peterson tobaccos, but they did own the rights to the recipes. What they'd done instead, Peterson were getting their tobaccos made by the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, and that made me wonder, right, okay, that will be why Gold Blends changed. What happened to the old recipe? And I wasn't surprised to find out that Cool Haze and Cop were now making a new line of tobaccos for Rattray. And whilst the tin art and the names of these blends were completely different to Peterson's, they were an exact mirror of the Peterson tobacco line. So I bought a tin of Rattray Buckingham, which is the equivalent to Peterson's Gold Blend, as Peterson Gold Blend is the Peterson tobacco I'm probably most familiar with. And I didn't even need to smoke it to know that it was the old Peterson Gold Blend. I opened the tin and smelt it, and there was a very sort of distant memory coming back. It was the exact same blend in appearance and fragrance, tin note, to Peterson Gold Blend before they had their tobaccos made by the Scandinavian Tobacco Group. So I compared it, the smell in the tin to the smell of Gold Blend, and yeah, Peterson Gold Blend had changed, and in my opinion, not for the better. I've been smoking both of these tobaccos recently to try and get a good comparison in my mind, and I would say that the old recipe for Gold Blend, so as it's currently incarnated, Rattray Buckingham, is the superior blend. As I explained, it has a raisiny tobacco tin note with a background of vanilla and possibly a bit of cinnamon. Funnily enough, the tin description for Rattray Buckingham is hickory nut, vanilla, cinnamon. They say nothing more. But jet black Cavendish bright and dark Virginias written on the Peterson Gold Blend tin probably is a better description of what's in the Rattray tin, in terms of the cut and the appearance of the leaf. Smoking Rattray Buckingham has confirmed that I hadn't grown out of aromatics. It's a very, very enjoyable tobacco, and I'd say it's enjoyable from the point of view of somebody who perhaps doesn't like aromatics, because there is that high natural quality of tobaccos in the blend. This isn't a tobacco review. It's more a story of these two tobaccos. But if I were to review Rattray Buckingham, and I may well do, I'd describe it as a sweet, enjoyable smoke when you're getting tired of Latakia or perhaps a very heavy Kentucky-based blend. It's something a little bit more light, a little bit more mild, just to turn to if you fancy a sort of sweet smoke after dinner or something. So I suppose, and I am dead certain that Rattray Buckingham is exactly the same as old Peterson Gold Blend. So if there are any of you that since 2014 have found that a Peterson blend that you liked took a turn for the worse, check out some of the Rattray tobaccos, because a lot of them, not all of them, because Rattray had their own line anyway, are new incarnations of old Peterson recipes. That said, some of you might have found that Peterson, as of 2014, suddenly improved their tobaccos, in which case it's probably not a good idea to check out the Rattray stuff. But I believe, definitely with this case anyway, of Gold Blend, that the Rattray version is superior. And so, after I finish my tin of Buckingham, I'll finish this off and won't be buying any more from now on. This will be my go-to aromatic, if that's what I fancy. Yeah, I'll be posting a video when I can. I'm thinking about perhaps doing maybe a tobacco review of my favourite tobacco. You'll find out what that is if I post that video. And thanks everybody for liking, commenting and subscribing, all of that stuff. You know, I feel like I'm making friends. Such a nice bunch of guys in YouTube. And what's so nice is that it's a small community of us. I feel, you know, we're all so close by, and yet actually, if you look at it in another sense, it's an international community, and we are all from different places. So it's quite incredible, really. But I'm really enjoying all your videos, and I hope you're enjoying mine. So thank you.